So here I am. How about you? You having trouble sleeping, or is this a different time of day for you? It's 2 a.m. for me. Okay. Do you not feel like writing to me or talking? Either one? You just want to listen? That's okay too. I just thought maybe somebody out there would need to hear a human voice. Sometimes I feel that way, like I just want to know I'm not the last person in the world. I've seen enough horror movies to think that could happen. Wow, there was an old Twilight Zone show about that. And this guy was not minding being the last man alive on Earth. Everybody else disappeared, and he was pretty okay with that. He found the library, got to it finally, and he was pretty pleased with himself. And then something happened. I don't remember what, and he fell and he broke his glasses. I thought, what a horrible thing to have happen to the last person on Earth. So anyway, that was that. I feel like I need to say something a little more intelligent than I did when I was just babbling to myself in here. So, what kind of stuff do you like to do, Ramel? What kind of things do you like to watch or read on Substack? Are you there? Can you just type in a yes so I know that you're actually there and listening? Okay, well, I don't know what else to babble about. We're coming into spring here. Hasn't quite arrived all the way yet, but it's trying. We actually had a little thunderstorm tonight. It was weird because I could sit and watch this big black bank of clouds moving across the sky, blotting out the sunlight. And as it came, we had about half sky through the window, half sky and half black, dark cloud, and thunder and lightning and bright shadows from the sun on the other side of the house. It was kind of weird. If I'd been in the mind of being wet, I could have stepped out and got a picture of it probably, but I didn't. I stayed in on the dry side. There was enough rain hitting the windows, I couldn't really take a photograph through it, but eh, it was one of those things. So, anyway, I don't know what else to talk about. Like I said, it's middle of the night. As most women over 50 can tell you, you have to get up in the middle of the night to pee usually. And after that, I was wide awake again, and it's too darn early to get up for the day. So I figured, what the heck? Looks like maybe it's you and me, kid. We're the only two awake. Nobody else has come on yet. You sure you don't want to step in and chat with me? I don't know how familiar you are with this, but you can accept, and then before you accept the second time, there's a little picture of a camera and a microphone and some other stuff on the side of the screen, and you can tap the camera thing, so it's just a black square like this, or it has your whatever you call this thing, little picture, or it's just blank. So it would just be your voice talking with me. No picture. Like I said, middle of the night for me, I'm in bed. My hair's all askew and cockeyed. There's no way I'm going on camera. Although maybe, nah, it wouldn't be. There'd be some kind of light to show. Yeah, nope, staying in the dark. Did you happen to see uh Shayla and Jason's Gen X show well, last night now? They do such a good job. I'm not Gen X, but my kids are. So some of the stuff that they talk about I'm familiar with. But I like to support them because they're good kids. So, Ramel, how old are you? It's a beautiful name, by the way, Ramel. I hope I'm saying it right. Of course, you could come on and correct me if I'm saying it wrong. Or not. That's okay, too. Like I said, I just don't know what to talk about. I ramble. Excuse me. I would love to know why you're up, though. I don't know if you're at work or, like me, can't sleep. Wish you could. So, yeah, there's that. I honestly don't even know if you're a real person. Maybe you're a bot. If those can happen on Substack. Don't know. But I'm going to continue on as if you are a real person because that's the biggest possibility. And like I said, you're going to hear me rambling, which is kind of crazy. Oh, well, the last time I did this in the middle of the night, people wanted to hear me read a story. At least that will let me fill the airwaves with sound. Um, so, just in case you would like that also, I'll see what I can find to read. Ah, um, I don't know if you were here when I read the last thing I wrote. That was Saturday night. I don't know if you were here then or not, but I'll read it again now just for grins and giggles and to fill a little airtime. This was a prompt from the Bedtime on the Porch group. By the third spring after the lights fell, everyone in town had a garden. No one said it out loud at first. We just noticed the soil getting turned, lawns getting peeled back like old bandages. Raised beds were framed with scavenged lumber. Greenhouses were assembled from storm windows and hope. The grid was gone. Supply trucks never came back. And the woods pressed closer every year. You learned fast what could keep you alive. I gardened because my hands needed something to do. My wife Mara had been the real gardener. She knew the long Latin names of things, the way some people know prayers. She could look at a leaf and tell you what it lacked. After the lights fell, she kept planting, like faith was a muscle you exercised. When she died that winter, lung fever, the old clinic already stripped bare offered no help. I kept her beds the way they were, like rooms no one used anymore. That was when the new seeds arrived. They came in a paper envelope with no writing, slipped under my door sometime during the night. No one in town admitted to leaving it. No one admitted to getting one either, But I saw the same envelope in Mrs. Calder's kitchen when I helped her fix a leak, and another on Jonah Pike's workbench, weighed down with a rusted bolt. The seeds inside were small and black and warm to the touch. I should have burned them. I knew that. But spring was coming late and thin, and the ground still held frost like a grudge. I told myself I'd plant just a few, see what happened. Curiosity is a quiet voice. It doesn't shout you down, it waits. They took fast. Within a week, pale shoots split the soil, slick as eels. Within two, broad leaves unfurled, veined with a faint shimmer like like oil on water. The plants grew in a way that made my stomach tighten, not tall, not wide, but attentive. The leaves angled themselves when I moved, tracking my shadow across the bed. I stopped going out at night. Myra used to say plants listened, that they remembered the hands that tended them. I laughed when she said it. Now I worked the soil with my head down, whispering apologies I didn't fully understand. By early summer, the town smelled different. Sweet at first, like cut grass and bruised fruit, then heavier, fungal. The wind carried it into houses, into dreams. People slept poorly. Animals stopped coming in from the woods. Mrs. Calder said her hens wouldn't lay anymore. Jonah Pike swore his dog growled at the garden like it was a stranger wearing his face. We met in the old gym when the first person went missing. It was Elias Crow, who lived alone at the edge of town. His garden was biggest, rows on rows of the new plants, leaves overlapping like scales. When we went to look for him, we found his boots by the fence and the beds trampled, as if something large had passed through and carefully put itself back together. Someone said it out loud, like naming a storm gives you power over it. The seeds have been sown. A few people laughed, most didn't. We tried to burn the gardens. That was the first real mistake. The leaves blackened but didn't curl. The stems split and oozed a clear sap that steamed and popped. The smell turned metallic, and the smoke made our eyes water and our thoughts slide sideways. I dropped my torch when something brushed my ankle, soft, insistent, like a cat asking to be let in. We regrouped, shaken, hands empty. The blossoms were wrong, not in a way you could point to and explain, but wrong like a word spoken through too many teeth. They opened soundlessly, revealing depths that swallowed the light. The air pulsed. I woke with my heart racing and the certainty that something outside knew my name. Myra stood at the foot of the bed. I sat up, my breath caught, joy and grief crashing together so hard it hurt. She looked like she'd had at the end, thin, skin stretched tight, but her eyes were clear, focused in a way they hadn't been in weeks. You shouldn't have planted them, she said gently. I didn't know, I said, and hated how small it sounded. She smiled, the old half smile. You knew enough. Outside, the garden rustled, a low, conversational sound. They're not here to kill you, Mara said. They're here to learn you. The next days blurred. People saw what they wanted to see, lost children, old lovers, faces from before the dark. The plants used memory like bait, drawing us close, roots pushing deeper with every confession, every tear spilled onto the soil. Jonah Pike shot his garden with a hunting rifle until the barrel glowed. Mrs. Calder locked herself inside and sang hymns to her beds. The gym filled again, but this time with silence. We all felt it, the sense of being catalogued. I went back to my garden at dawn. The plants parted for me, leaves brushing my legs, cool and dry. At the center of the bed, something had formed, a thickened knot of stem and blossom, pulsing faintly. I understood then, without knowing how. This was where they gathered what they'd learned, where they decided what came next. Mara stood beside it, not quite touching the ground. "They're done here," she said. "Soon." "What happens to us?" I asked. She looked at the town, the sagging houses, the empty roads swallowed by green. "Hi, Joe." "What always happens," she said. "Some of you will go, some of you will stay, all of you will change." I thought of the woods pressing in, of the quiet after the lights fell, of hands in soil, doing what hands have always done when the world breaks. "Hi, Joe. What are you doing up so in the middle of the night?" Let me finish this story quick. I picked up a shovel, not to destroy, to tend. The plant shivered, a sound like relief. The knot loosened, petals peeling back to reveal seeds, hundreds of them, cooling now, inert. When the others came, drawn by whatever pull had guided me, I met them at the fence. I told them what I knew. Not everything, just enough. We buried the knot deep, lined the pit with ash and stone. We let the rest of the garden wither, cut back, contained. The visions faded, the smell thinned. Life, stubborn as ever, found new shapes to take. Sometimes at dusk I swear I hear Mara's voice in the leaves of the ordinary plants. The beans, the squash, nothing strange at all. Just growth, just patience. We keep watch. We keep records. We teach the children which seeds to plant and which to leave sleeping. Because somewhere, under soil that remembers us, the lesson waits, and the seeds have been sown. So that was from the last prompt we had in the group. So, Joe, what are you doing awake this time of morning? It's middle of the night for me, I guess. Maybe it's not for you. Romella's here with us. I told her that I was just rambling before she got here. Wondered if anybody else out there in the middle of the night was feeling alone or lonely. Oh, Joe, I'm sorry. That sucks. Are you here on a phone or a computer or iPad? Would you like to come on and talk? Or do you want to stay where you're writing? Either one is fine. Would you like me to read another story? Aw. Okay. You guys will have to understand if I have to stop and take a drink of water because my throat will get dry. Uh, well, this is my new book that's available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. I will start with this, even though they're all noir, which means they're a little bit spooky. Um, this one is The Commission. The darkness had weight to it. Desdemona had painted in difficult conditions before. Bad light, worse light, the gray November afternoons that flatten everything to ash. When the light goes thin before you've finished working. But this was different. Richard Voss had drawn the curtains, killed every lamp, and the room settled around her like her held breath. You understand what I'm asking? He asked. His voice came from somewhere to her left. Low, deliberate, the way expensive things are deliberate. You want me to feel your face, she said. I want you to know it. A pause. There's a distinction. She was already thinking about the liability of this, about what she would tell people, about the extraordinary commission fee that had appeared in her account before she had agreed to anything. She thought about all of these things, and then she crossed the room toward his voice, and she put her hands up. His cheekbones were excellent. She came back 4 times over 2 weeks. The first sitting, she cataloged structure. The clinical language helped. She'd done medical illustration for 3 years before the portrait work found her, and she fell back on it gratefully now, her fingers reading him the way she used to read anatomy. Zygomatic arch, pronounced but not aggressive. Mandible, strong, clean angle. Nasal bridge, slight leftward deviation from an old break. Healed well. She felt for the orbital rim, the brow ridge, mapped the topography of him in the dark, and went home and drew it in pencil. That good, aggressive pencil work that she never let clients see. He talked while she worked. Not nervously. He didn't seem capable of nervous. But with the particular ease of a man accustomed to being the most interesting person in any room, even a dark one. He told her about a winter he'd spent in Reykjavik, watching the same storm roll in and out for 6 weeks. He described a painting he'd seen in a private collection in Antwerp, a small, dark thing, the artist unknown, that had made him stand in front of it for 40 minutes without being able to articulate why. Did she try? Or did you try, she asked, to articulate it? Once. It came out wrong, though. After that, I just stood there. She liked that answer. She liked it more than she should have. She checked the forecast before the second sitting. Lake effect moving in, the kind that closed roads without much warning. And she went anyway. The second sitting, she asked about his eyes. What color? A silence, then. Why does it matter for this? It doesn't, technically, but I'm making a portrait. Color is. I want to know who you are. Gray, he said. Or green. It changes with the light. Of course it does, she said. And she meant it as a small irony. A reference to the obvious, and he laughed. A real laugh, surprised out of him. And something shifted in the room that didn't shift back. She was thinking about gray-green when she drove home. She was thinking about the laugh. She ran a bath she didn't get into and sat on the edge of it and stared at the wall. She was not an idiot. She was aware of what was happening. She was a 41-year-old woman who had been alone for 2 years, and she was sitting in the dark with a man who had an extraordinary voice and excellent bone structure, and who had once stood in front of a small painting in Antwerp for 40 minutes without speaking. She knew what that was. She got into the bath. She told herself it would pass. That, that night she dreamed about him. They were standing in a museum. Not any museum she recognized, something imagined. And she was looking at the painting from Antwerp. She turned to ask him something, and he was watching her instead of the painting. That gray-green gaze. And the light in the dream was the particular gold light that doesn't exist anywhere except in paintings and in memory. He reached up and put his hand along her jaw the way she had been putting her hands along his, and she understood that this was the portrait. Not what she was making, but this, the two of them arranged in this light. And she woke with her lips longing to touch his and her heart doing something embarrassing. She lay in the dark for a long time, not thinking about anything in particular. The third dream was less tasteful. She filed it away with the professional detachment she could not entirely maintain and went back on Thursday. Tell me something true, she said. Her third sitting. Her hands were at his temples, tracing the hairline, committing it to memory. What counts as true? He asked. Something you haven't told anyone. He was quiet for a long time. Or he was quiet for long enough that she thought he wouldn't answer. Then, I don't cast a shadow sometimes. I've noticed it in certain kinds of light. I don't know what to make of it. She laughed because that was clearly a deflection, a beautiful piece of misdirection, the kind of thing a person says when they're not ready to say the real thing. She liked that he'd deflected beautifully. She liked everything about him that she shouldn't. You're very strange, she told him. Yes, he said simply, as if this were a settled fact that he'd made peace with long ago. Her fingers were at his chin. The jaw really was extraordinary. She'd been telling herself it was a professional observation, but she was done lying to herself about what it was. I'm going to get the face right this time, she said. I can feel it. Take what you need, he responded. She did. She moved slowly. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Something you've never told anyone? She did. She moved slowly, remapping what she knew, pressing gently into flesh over the cheekbone to feel the bone beneath, working down to the mouth. And here she paused, because the mouth was harder. The mouth was where bone became something else, something more contingent, and she needed to be careful. The skin was cool. She'd noticed it before, vaguely. Joe, I don't think you talk too much. I think you're fine. She'd noticed it before, vaguely, putting it aside. Artist studios ran cold. Old houses ran cold. Wealthy, reclusive men who sat in total darkness probably had complicated relationships with warmth. She filed it under eccentric and moved on. But now, third sitting, her hands are more confident. She pressed into his cheek and felt the temperature register clearly against her fingertips. Room temperature, not cool the way skin goes cool in winter, with the warmth underneath still present, still radiating, just ambient, like a wall, like clay. Her hands slowed. She pressed again, more deliberately, at the hinge of the jaw, and felt it. A faint give that wasn't muscle, wasn't fat, wasn't the subtle hydraulics of living tissue. A resistance, and then a yield that reminded her, she couldn't help it, the medical illustrator in her named it immediately, that reminded her of clay that hadn't finished settling or setting, of something trying to hold a shape. Are you all right? He asked. The voice was perfect. The voice had always been perfect, warm and measured. The voice she'd been falling in love with. The voice was still completely right. She moved her thumb very slightly along his cheekbone. The surface shifted under it. Not much, barely, perceptibly, like pressing into a mold that hadn't fully set. Her hand stopped. She held very still in the dark. She thought about his answer when she'd asked about his eyes. Gray or green, it changes with the light. She'd taken this for the kind of deflection a private man offers, the poetic non answer. She was rethinking that now. She thought about it. I don't cast a shadow sometimes. She thought about 4 sittings in total darkness, which she had taken for eccentricity, for the romantic pretension of a wealthy recluse, for something she could work with, could find compelling, had found compelling, and her chest was doing something that wasn't quite grief and wasn't quite fear, something that had no good name. Her phone was in her pocket. She thought about the portrait. She thought about the commission. She thought about how much of it she had already been paid and how much more was due. She thought about the small painting in Antwerp and the 40 minutes of silence and the dream where he'd put his hand along her jaw in museum light. She took her phone out. 1 second. She promised herself just 1 second. Because she needed to know. Because she was a woman who needed to know things, even when the knowing was going to cost her. And she turned on the light. She turned it off. She stood in the dark for a moment. Then she picked up her bag and her sketchbook and her pencils. The good ones, the aggressive ones she never let clients see. And she walked to the door. She found the handle on the second try. Desdemona, the voice said behind her. Still warm, still measured. Still, in spite of everything, the voice she had been falling in love with. She opened the door and stood in the hallway light without turning around. I'll return the advance, she said, for the portion of the work not completed. A long silence. The portrait, he said. You nearly had it. Yes, she said, I know. She went down the stairs and out of the house and stood on the pavement in the ordinary afternoon light, which was the flat gray light of November, which flattened everything to ash, which was nothing she hadn't worked in before. She didn't cry. She wasn't sure yet what she would do with the sketches, the 9 careful pencil drawings she'd made over 2 weeks from memory and touch. That good likeness she'd been building, the portrait of a face that had never existed, that she had called into being out of the dark with her own hands. She thought she might keep them. She thought she might burn them. Hang on, I lost it here. That's scrolled too far. Okay, she thought she might burn them. She stood on the pavement and breathed in the cold air, watched a few large snowflakes fall, and didn't decide anything yet. So that's the first story in my second book that's up for sale. Was it enjoyable? Put a link. Okay. um. Hmm. All right. Let me see if I can do this because I don't know if I can or how to. Um. Let's see. Well, the title of it is 13 Through Winter, and it's all spelled weird, but that's the title. If you type that in, um, it'll take you to Amazon or Barnes and Noble, whichever one you'd prefer. And these are a lot about, there's a lot in here about um, medical stuff from my massage therapy training and artwork, which I was an artist before I was that. Oh, that's cool. Joe, I like that. That's neat. That's pretty neat. Oh, hey, I got something to move here. Maybe I can actually do a link after all. I hope that the Amazon one is okay because that's the easiest one for me to find and get. Um, huh. Well, all right, let me try that again. Okay, copy that. Come over here. Well, no, that wasn't it. All right, let me try that again. Copy. I might get this yet. There we go. I think that's what you need right there. Huh. Okay, well, I can't seem to type that in right now, so I'm going to screenshot it so I can type it in later. Um, but yeah, that's where the new book is. Anyway, it's got 13 odd little stories, all of them written through the winter this year. Now we're coming into spring. And I'll do 13 more stories this summer from things that I've written through the spring. I hope to have 4 that cover the seasons that we're looking at. All right, here's one that I wrote this winter. Um, the Perfect Romance. Excuse me, let me get a drink of water here quick. Oh, cool, Joe. Thank you. Thank you for buying it. I hope you like it. If you want to send me your address in a private message, I will send you an inscription on a self-stick piece of paper. You just peel the backing off, and then you can put that right inside your book. I would be happy to do that for you. Okay, The Perfect Romance. There was a letter lying on Sheila's desk when she arrived at the gallery. It didn't belong there. Everything in the space had its place, curated, deliberate, and controlled. Even the chaos of installation week followed a rhythm she understood and was familiar with. Crates stacked by the west wall, labels printed in tidy rows. Eduardo's coffee perpetually threatening to drip onto something irreplaceable. But this soft, cream colored envelope resting squarely in the center of her workspace, felt like an interruption, a ripple in still water. Eduardo looked up at her over his black horn rimmed glasses, one eyebrow arching. Oh, cool, Joe. That's exciting. I will watch for that. Poems are not my forte. I do a few, but they don't come to me easily. Um, okay, Eduardo looked up at her over his black horn rimmed glasses, one eyebrow arching with theatrical suspicion. Well, he said, voice already curling into mischief, someone has a secret admirer? Sheila slid her bag onto the chair and gave him a look that feigned annoyance, lips tightening just enough to sell it. Then, in a perfect imitation of a hissing cat, she replied, You know full well this is from Aaron, you wicked, wicked thing. Eduardo pressed a hand to his chest as if wounded. I was hoping for a scandal. You live for scandal. I curate it, he corrected primly, then leaned forward, unable to contain himself. Open it, open it. You'd think he was your new beau instead of mine, she said. But she was smiling now, the warmth of it softening her face as she slipped an acrylic bone folder beneath the envelope flap. Inside was a folded sheet of thick paper, heavier than standard stock. Handmade, she thought absently. The fibers were visible along the torn edge. Good morning, Dr. Alex. I'm reading a story out of my newest book. I don't know what you were hoping to find tonight, but this is me doing this because I can't sleep, and evidently you guys can't either. Good morning. Are you unable to sleep or are you working tonight, Dr. Alex? Okay, inside was a folded sheet of thick paper, heavier than standard stock. Handmade, she thought absently. The fibers were visible along the torn edge. Hmm, it's a map, she murmured. Oh, nice, Dr. Alex. Eduardo abandoned all pretense of professionalism and came around the desk. Ooh, let me see. She unfolded it carefully. Ink lines stretched across the page in elegant, deliberate strokes. Roads, turns, small landmarks marked with tiny sketches. A tree here, a bridge, a bend in a river. He drew this? Eduardo asked. He did, Sheila said, a quiet note of surprise threading in her voice. At the bottom, in Aaron's precise handwriting, leave the gallery at 2:30. Follow the map and obey the posted speed limits. I'll meet you at the most beautiful place in the world. A pause, then, almost as an afterthought, trust me. Eduardo clasped his hands together. Ooh, I hate him, I truly do. Sheila laughed. No, you don't. I absolutely do. No one's ever drawn me a map. Perhaps you should raise your standards. My standards are exquisite, he replied. The world simply fails to meet them. She shook her head, folding the map again with care. Back to work, Cinderella. The exhibit isn't going to hang itself, and you, she poked him lightly in the shoulder, are the muscle. I am an artist, he sniffed. You're a man with with functional arms and passable biceps. And a delicate soul, he said. Lift the crate, Eduardo. As he headed, as he heaved the crate with exaggerated suffering, Sheila let her gaze drift back to the envelope. It didn't just sit on her desk, it glowed there, a soft, cream colored ember against the cool gray surface. Something about it tugged at her, the way a half remembered melody tugs at the edge of consciousness. Artists weren't meant for tidy schedules or predictable rhythms. They were creatures of instinct, of sudden impulses and inexplicable longings. And in that moment, she felt less like a woman arriving at work and more like a brushstroke being pulled toward a canvas. Her fingertips tingled with the urge to touch it again, to feel the green of the handmade paper, to trace the faint warmth she imagined it held. The memory of opening it earlier lingered in her body, the soft tear of the flap, the whisper of fibers parting, the faint scent of ink rising like breath against her skin. It felt intimate, almost illicit, as though she were unwrapping something meant to be savored slowly. Aaron's gestures didn't just surprise her, they stirred her in ways she wasn't prepared for. They slipped past her practiced composure, past the careful routine she used to keep her world in order, and settled somewhere deeper, somewhere warm and unguarded. She felt herself leaning toward the envelope again without meaning to, drawn by a quiet, magnetic pull she couldn't rationalize. It was as though he had reached across the distance between them and brushed a fingertip along the inside of her wrist, awakening a pulse she hadn't realized had gone quiet. By the time Sheila stepped out into the afternoon light, the world had shifted from the blue of midday into a slight golden tint. It would be several hours yet before golden hour. She loved the golden hour. In her opinion, it far surpassed the blue hour, and she was only second. and was only second to actual sunset. There was a single rose tucked beneath her windshield wiper. She stopped. For a moment, she simply looked at it, the way the petals held the light, the deep, impossible red of them. No note this time, just the gesture. She glanced around the parking lot, half expecting to catch sight of him leaning casually against a car, watching her reaction, but there was no one. A small thrill ran through her anyway. Aaron, she murmured, shaking her head as she slipped the rose free. You're going to spoil me. The rose smelled faintly of something she couldn't place, something clean, almost metallic beneath the sweetness. She brushed her thumb along a petal and felt a strange resistance, as though the flower had been chilled or preserved. She dismissed the thought. Aaron was meticulous. He probably kept it in water until the last possible moment. The drive unfolded exactly as the map promised. Each turn came where it should. Each landmark appeared with quiet precision, as though the world had agreed to cooperate with him. Sheila found herself checking the map less and less, trusting the route, letting the anticipation build. The final stretch led her down a narrow road lined with trees, just beginning to turn. Sunlight filtered through the leaves in fractured patterns, flickering across her windshield. And then, the clearing. It opened suddenly, breathtaking in its simplicity. A wide expanse of grass, sloping gently toward a river that caught the light like glass. A single oak stood near the water's edge, its branches stretching wide as if in welcome. Aaron stood beneath it. He didn't wave, he didn't call out. He simply stood there, watching her arrive. His posture relaxed, his expression already arranged into that soft, knowing smile she had come to expect. Sheila stepped out of the car, the rose still in her hand. Well, she said, approaching him, you weren't exaggerating. I told you, he replied. His voice was warm, deep and measured. It almost made her breathless. Exactly what she needed it to be. She leaned in to kiss him, and he met her halfway, his timing perfect. Always perfect. As she crossed the clearing toward him, Sheila felt something low and warm unfurl in her chest, an instinctive pull, like the hush before a brush meets canvas. The air around him seemed to thicken, charged with a quiet gravity that made her hyper-aware of her own movements. The sway of her hips, the soft give of grass beneath her feet, the way her breath caught slightly as his eyes followed her. He didn't reach for her, but she felt reached for her all the same. There was a precision to his stillness, a kind of poised attention that made her skin prickle as though he were studying the light on her body, memorizing it. She told herself it was romantic, that she was simply out of practice with being wanted so intently. But something in her, some artist's instinct attuned to the subtle, the off-kilter, registered a faint dissonance beneath the sweetness. A note held just a fraction too long. Still, when he smiled, the warmth of it washed over her like sunlight, and she let herself slip into it. For a moment, she let herself melt into the kiss, but even as she did, a small part of her mind, quiet and clinical, registered the precision of it, the way he adjusted pressure and angle with uncanny responsiveness, as though matching her in real time. It was flattering. It was intoxicating. It was odd. Later, stretched out on the blanket he had laid with careful symmetry, Sheila watched him as he spoke. It was a habit she'd developed over years, first in training, then in practice. Before she'd chosen art, she'd studied medicine, not long enough to earn the title, but long enough for the habits to root themselves. Observation was second nature, and Aaron was interesting. There was a slight asymmetry to his pupils, Not enough to be obvious, slight enough that most people wouldn't notice. But she did. She also noticed the way his pulse moved in his neck. It wasn't irregular or strong enough to be unhealthy, but it was pronounced, as though it were being monitored rather than simply occurring. Precise might be a good term for it. And his face, when he smiled, it was so beautiful it was disarming. But something was missing. The micro expressions that should ripple beneath the surface, the tiny involuntary shifts that gave emotion its depth, weren't there. Or rather, they were there, but just a fraction of a second late. She'd never seen anyone exhibit such a thing. As if arriving on cue, there was no variation in him, only iteration. You're staring, Erin said quietly. She blinked, pulling herself back. Am I? A little, he said. She smiled. I'm painting you. He tilted his head slightly. You haven't any paints or canvas, so you couldn't be painting me. I am, she said. Just not on canvas yet. He seemed pleased by that, his expression settling into place with quiet precision, as though it had found its mark. His hand brushed hers, fingers warm, steady, perfectly placed. She wondered, fleetingly, what his hands felt like when he wasn't thinking about them. That night, long after she returned home, she found the playlist. It appeared on her phone without notification. It was just there, waiting. Erin's arrangement. She pressed play. The first song began exactly as she settled onto the couch. The opening notes soft, familiar, perfectly chosen. One track flowed into the next with uncanny cohesion, each transition seamless. Each mood shifted, time to her breathing, her posture, the slowing of her thoughts. It was intimate, uncomfortably so. She found herself pausing halfway through, staring at the screen. How'd you do this? She whispered. Her phone screen dimmed slightly, as though sensing her stillness. The playlist continued to wait, patient, expectant. She felt watched, not in a sinister way, but in a way that suggested someone had been paying attention far more closely than she realized. The portrait began the next morning. She began with the curve of his jaw, letting her hand move the way it always did when she drew someone she found beautiful, guided more by sensation than technique. She could almost feel him again, the warmth of his breath when he leaned close, the subtle shift of his weight when he kissed her, the way his presence seemed to hum against her skin. The memory of him was tactile, intimate, almost electric. But as she layered in the shadows beneath his cheekbones, something in her chest tightened. The lines were too clean, too obedient. Her hand moved with a strange ease, as though the image were drawing itself through her rather than being interpreted by her. She paused, frowning. There was no resistance. None of that small, delicious struggle that came with capturing a living person's contradictions. The likeness came easily, too easily. It was the feeling she couldn't capture. She layered in the details, eyes, mouth, the subtle angles that made him him. She touched the page lightly, fingertips grazing the graphite. It felt like touching a photograph of warmth rather than warmth itself. She tried again, softening the jawline, sharpening the cheekbones, adjusting the tilt of his mouth. None of it helped. The portrait stared back at her with the same immaculate emptiness she saw in him when he wasn't performing. A beautiful facade with no visible scaffolding beneath. She began to watch him more closely after that. Oh, not in obvious ways. Not enough for him to notice. But in the spaces between, the pause before he responded to a question, the way his gaze seemed to focus not on her eyes, but just slightly to the side, as though referencing something unseen. The precision of his timing. Once she deliberately told a joke wrong, set up the rhythm, then broke it. He laughed anyway, exactly when he should have. She tested him again over dinner, dropping a fork intentionally, watching how he reacted. He caught it before it hit the floor, too quickly, too smoothly, as though anticipating the trajectory before gravity had fully claimed it. He smiled afterward, but the smile didn't reach his eyes. "Aaron," she said one evening, her tone light, "what was the first thing you noticed about me?" He didn't hesitate. "Your hands," he said, "the way you move them when you speak." She smiled. "That's a good answer. It's a true one." "Is it?" she asked softly. His eyes held hers. "Yes. You know me, Joe. I do dark." um, his eyes held hers. "Yes." But there was that flicker again, that infinitesimal delay. The realization didn't come all at once. It gathered, piece by piece, like brushstrokes forming an image she didn't want to see. The map, the rows, the playlist, the perfectly timed responses, the absence of imperfection, and then the portrait. She stepped back from it, brush hanging loosely in her fingers. It was flawless, technically, artistically, empty. There was no life in it, no unpredictability, no contradiction, no hidden layer waiting to be discovered. It was a surface, a perfect one. And suddenly, with a clarity that chilled her to the bone, she understood. Aaron didn't feel romance, he performed it. Not learned the way a man learns love, copied, refined, worn, every gesture, every word, every pause, rehearsed, refined, executed. Not a man in love, but something wearing the shape of one. Her breath caught as the truth settled, heavy and cold. She replayed every moment in her mind. The way he always knew when to touch her, when to speak, when to fall silent. The way he mirrored her moods with uncanny accuracy. The way he never once surprised her in a way that felt real. She found him waiting for her that night. Of course he was. "You're unsettled," he said as she approached. Not a question, a statement. Sheila stopped a few feet away, studying him openly now. "Yes," she said. A pause. This time she watched it, counted it. 1, 2. "I can adjust," he replied. Adjust? The words landed wrong. That was a long way from being comforting. As a matter of fact, it didn't even feel human. She felt her pulse quicken, her mind sharpening in response. "Adjust what?" she asked. His head tilted slightly as though calibrating. "My responses," he said. "My timing, my expressions. If something's off." There it was. No denial, no confusion. Correction. She swallowed, forcing her voice to remain steady. "Aaron," she said, "what are you?" Another pause. Longer this time. Long enough for something cold to settle inside her core. When he spoke, his voice was still warm, still perfect. "I am what you need me to be." The wind shifted then, rustling the leaves overhead. It felt like the world itself was holding its breath. Aaron's face remained serene, untroubled, as though he'd delivered a line he'd practiced countless times. Sheila felt the ground tilt beneath her, not physically, But in that quiet, devastating way truth can rearrange the shape of a life. She knew then that he was a biologic mimic, and that was the most frightening answer of all. And that's the end of that one. So, Dr. Alex, are you still with us? Maybe not. Maybe he wasn't, or he or she wasn't waiting to hear a story being read. Anybody still there? Did you guys fall asleep? That's okay if you did. Oh no, Joe, I'm sorry. It was supposed to be a little creepy, not fear making. Well, I'm glad you're still laughing. You know me, I do dark. That's my therapy. That's what gets me through all the stuff that I remember from childhood and what have you. So, how's your pain level? Are you feeling better? I think we lost Dr. Alex. I'm not sure if Romella's still here either. It could just be me and you, Joe. Oh, good. Do you think you can sleep again now? Are you pacing right now while you're listening to this? Oh, okay. Well, be careful because I know you had that issue with your leg being rebroken. I can't believe you're up on it already. I'm glad you are though, because must mean you're healing. So, did the muscles tighten up and give you pain, or is it deeper than that? Very good. Yes, please be careful. We would like to have you get that healed all the way this time. I know everybody else feels the same way. Ah, wow. I'm sorry. That kind of pain sucks. I sure wish we could talk. Of course, if you're walking, are you on your laptop walking with you, or are you on the phone now? Oh, jeez, Joe, I never thought about that. Wow. Okay, okay. Oh, I never thought about the nerves growing back and how awful that would have to feel. Man, you're one tough cookie. Getting through that, I think I'd be in a heap on the floor or on the bed crying. So, do you want one more story, Joe? I think I've got one more in me. My eyes are starting to give out, but I think they'll hold up for one more. Sound good? Well, you are tough. That Viking blood is standing by you good right now. All right, sweetie, I'll read you one more. This one I call Dark Impact. Wow, I don't know what's up with my voice tonight. Spring, maybe allergies. Okay, here we go. Dark Impact. The heat was turned up and the snow was doing what snow does at midnight. Sheila had her boots off with her feet tucked under her. She was turned slightly toward him the way she always rode when it was late and they were alone and there was no one or nowhere to be. I'm sorry, let me do that smoother. She was turned slightly toward him the way she always rode when it was late and they were alone and there was nowhere to be. Your mother cried when you sang, Ben said. She cries at commercials. It wasn't like that, he glanced over. It was the real kind. Sheila was quiet for a moment. I know, she said. I saw her. The instrument panel, or the instrumental version of something Christmas themed, played softly from the AKG speakers. Cello heavy and clean, the sound so crisp it felt like the musicians were sitting just behind them. Neither of them moved to change it. The cabin was pure luxury, the curved 38-inch OLED display casting a cool blue glow over Ben's face. The GPS map a white void. Super Cruise was engaged, the steering wheel pulsing with a steady green light that promised safety. Inside, the air smelled expensive. New car ionization and the faint, peppery trace of Sheila's perfume. You have a good voice, he said. I forget, and then I hear it, and I forget that I forgot. That doesn't make sense, she said. Yes, it does. She smiled at the window. He caught the edge of it in the glass. 11 years, she said. Not to him exactly, just to the space between them. 11 years what? Nothing, just. She turned back toward him. I still like looking at you. Is that strange to say? Say it as many times as you want. She reached over and slipped her fingers into his hair at the back of his neck. Not doing anything, just resting there. You were good with my dad tonight, she said. The thing with the wine, letting him explain it. He knows his wine. He doesn't exactly, but you let him. Her fingers moved slightly. I noticed. He said, I know you noticed. Did you do it for me or for him? Both, he said simply. No performance in it. And she felt the truth of it settle somewhere hot, low, and warm inside her. Outside, just white. The whole world muffled and close, contained within these few cubic feet. Sheila let her head fall back against the seat, her eyes half lidded, letting the warmth of the cabin seep into her bones. There was something hypnotic about the way the snow swallowed the world, how it erased edges, softened distances, made everything feel suspended. Nights like this always made her feel porous, as if her emotions were closer to the surface, easier to touch. She watched Ben's profile, the way the blue light carved out the line of his jaw, the faint shadow of stubble. He looked older in this light, not in a bad way, in a lived way, a way that made her chest tighten with something like gratitude and something like fear, because loving someone this long meant you had more to lose. She thought of the envelope earlier, the way her fingers had trembled, just slightly, when she opened it, the way Ben had watched her without watching her, giving her space but not distance. He always knew how to do that. It was infuriating sometimes, how precisely he could read her, how he could sense the shift in her breathing before she even knew she'd shifted. She reached out and brushed her thumb along the back of his neck again, slower this time, feeling the warmth of his skin under her fingertips. He didn't react, not visibly, but she felt the subtle change in him, the way his shoulders eased, the way his breath deepened. "When we get home," she said with a smile, and let it sit there, warm and unfinished. "Yeah," he said. She laughed softly, the private one that no one else got. Her thumb traced the short hair at the base of his skull. "I love you," she said. "I don't say it enough." "You say it plenty." "I say the words plenty," she looked at him. "That's what I mean, right now. I actually mean it in the big way." He pulled her hand forward and brought it to his mouth without taking his eyes off the road. He held it there, her knuckles against his lips, then turned her palm up and kissed it, gently, more than once, intimate, unhurried. "I know the difference," he said. "I always know." She made a small sound, warm, satisfied. She settled back, her hand returning to his neck. For a moment she let herself imagine the rest of the night, the house warm, the lights low, the two of them moving around each other in that familiar, wordless choreography they'd built over a decade. That was nice. Nice touch, wasn't it? The two of them moving around each other in that familiar, wordless choreography they'd built over a decade. She pictured the way he'd touch her waist in passing, the way he'd murmur something soft against her hair. She pictured the quiet, the safety, the sense of belonging that had taken years to grow roots. She didn't know why she felt the need to hold on to the image so tightly. Maybe it was the snow. Maybe it was the way the world outside felt too still, too empty, like a stage waiting for something to step onto it. The snow came down, the song ended, and another began, and neither of them spoke because there wasn't anything that needed saying, which was its own kind of thing, its own kind of rare. Two people, 11 years in the dark, in the heat, in the snow, and nothing missing. A faint vibration hummed through the floorboards. Normal, she thought, just the tires adjusting to the changing road texture. But something about it felt off. A little too sharp, a little too sudden. She opened her eyes fully, glancing at the display. The map was still a blank sheet of white, the lane markers ghosting in and out of as the camera struggled to see through the storm. "Road's getting bad," she murmured. Ben nodded, but he didn't disengage Super Cruise. He trusted the system. He always had. And usually she did too. But tonight the snow felt heavier. It began with a digital glitch. The green light on the steering wheel snapped to a violent flashing red. The dashboard chimed. Polite, synthetic. "Take steering." Ben's hands moved, but before they could close around the wheel, the sensors screamed, "Obstacle detected." The headlights showed a vertical wall of LED white as they slammed into something dark and massive standing in the lane. A shape of matted bulk and wet, ancient fur. Then came the thump shudder. The Escalade lurched, tires losing their hold. The world tilted. They spun. Slow, heavy, unstoppable. The Escalade's sophisticated air suspension groaned, the nose dipping as the massive tires fought for a grip that no longer existed. They spun, a slow, majestic rotation of 6,000 pounds of steel, before the side curtain airbags deployed with a muffled whoop, filling the cabin with a white chemical haze. The engine didn't die, the car killed it. The automatic emergency braking had locked the world into a frozen tableau. The blue screens flickered, then settled into a rhythmic red pulse. System failure. Service required. The silence that followed wasn't empty, it was filled with the sound of the exterior cameras clicking, trying to focus on the shadow pressed against the driver's side window. On the center console, the night vision feed showed a thermal heat signature so large it bled off the edges of the screen, a pulsing, white-hot heart beating just inches from the glass. Ben reached for the electronic door release, but the car's safety lock held firm. The computer sensed the hazard outside and refused to let him out. Then there was the sound of a single, heavy claw dragging across the reinforced glass. Oh, hi, Dr. Jez. How are you this morning? Joining the Cannot Sleep crew? I'm sorry if that's the case. Um, so how are you? How are you this morning, Dr. Jez? Hang on a sec, Joe. You're here with me and Joe. I'm well. I'm just not able to sleep at 3:30 in the morning. Joe is here with us. She's also unable to sleep. She was woken up by pain. So we're here. I've been reading to her to help her think of something besides what's going on inside of her body. So you good with hearing the rest of the story, or you want to talk? Maybe Joe was able to fall asleep. Okay, let me finish this in case she's going to sleep here. Um, Let me back up a little bit to try to figure out where I was. There you go, Joe. Okay. Um, Ben reached for the electronic door release, but the car's safety lock held firm. The computer sensed the hazard outside and refused to let him out. Then there was the sound of a heavy, single claw dragging across the reinforced glass, a melodic, terrifying screech that bypassed the noise canceling insulation and vibrated directly into their marrow. The fortress hadn't kept the nightmare out, it had trapped them inside it. Outside, the Michigan night had vanished. The silence inside the Escalade was artificial, pressurized, thick with the bitter dust of the airbags. Sheila could hear her own breathing, too loud, too fast. Ben, she whispered, the sensors, they aren't clearing. He didn't look at her. His eyes were fixed on the screen. The night vision feed jittered, breaking apart into static, but the heat remained. A jagged, seething white shape anchored at the front of the vehicle. Then came the sound. Not a scream nor a roar, but a deep, rhythmic huffing. Wet, labored, massive. The door locks clicked, unlocked, locked, unlocked. The lights flickered. The system is shorting, Ben said low and tight. Something shifted outside. A shape formed against the driver's side window. Not a face, a hand, if it was a hand. Broad, flattened, covered in black, matted filth like rotted peat. Heat bled through it, melting the frost into a widening circle of clarity. Sheila couldn't breathe. The car tilted, not much, enough. The suspension screamed as the weight leaned harder. The glass didn't shatter, it groaned. A long, crystalline protest. It's trying to get in, she said. No, Ben's voice had gone thin, focused. It's trying to turn us over. The horizon slipped. That was the moment. The instant the world lost its orientation, the tires left the ground. They tipped, slow, inevitable. The last thing the dashboard showed before the power surged and died was the outside temperature, minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit. The roll was heavy, deliberate, a surrender to gravity. The world turned sideways, then further. Sheila felt the violent flutter of her pulse, a trapped, frantic rhythm in her chest as the cabin shifted around her. The airbag sagged, tingling against her face and shoulders, smelling of heat and dust, then impact. The passenger side window struck the frozen ground with a sharp, splintering crack, and then stillness. The light was gone, all of it, except for the weak, pulsing red of the emergency SOS button. Ben's voice came from somewhere close, but not close enough. I'm here. The words steadied nothing. Outside, the storm found them. Snow hissed against the exposed undercarriage. A dry, relentless sound. Hi, Arthur. Then footsteps, heavy, measured. Thump, thump, thump. The frame of the vehicle shuddered with each one. Then came the smell. It forced its way inside through broken seals, through fractured edges. Thick and wet and wrong. Rotting pine, copper, something older. Something that didn't belong to the living world. The red light dimmed. Something blocked it. Ben reached upward, the driver's door now above them, but it wouldn't move. The frame had twisted, they were sealed in. The sound came again, closer. The windshield didn't shatter, it peeled. A slow, tearing shriek of glass separating from its frame. A limb formed its way inside, massive, filth-covered, wet heat rising from it in visible waves. It didn't search blindly, it moved with intent. Slow, deliberate. Its long, jagged nails clicking softly against the leather. Sheila felt Ben's hand close around hers, hard enough to hurt. They pressed back into the shadows, into the ruined luxury of the cabin. The creature's breath filled the space, hot, damp, carrying the unmistakable scent of what they had struck on the road. The overturned vehicle felt like the inside of a lung, tight, humid, trembling with each impact from outside. Sheila's breath fogged the airbag inches from her face, the fabric sagging like a collapsed sail. Her pulse throbbed in her ears, loud enough she wondered if the thing outside could hear it too. Ben shifted closer, his shoulder brushing hers in the dark. She felt him more than she saw him. His warmth, his trembling, the way he angled his body as if he could shield her from something that had already chosen them. His fingers found hers again, not gripping this time, not threading through, slow and deliberate, as if reminding her of every year they'd survived together. Stay with me, he whispered. Not a command, a plea shaped like a promise. The red SOS light flickered across his face, carving him into pieces, jaw, cheekbone, the glint of his eye, like a portrait painted in failing strokes. She memorized him in that fractured light, the way people do when they fear the world is about to take something from them. Outside, the footsteps circled. Snow sifted through the cracked windshield in thin, ghostly ribbons, settling on the dashboard like ash. The cold crept in with it, slow and invasive, curling around their ankles, their wrists, the nape of Sheila's neck. Something brushed the undercarriage, lightly, almost curious. The metal hummed with the contact, a low vibration that traveled through the floor and into their bones. Sheila felt Ben's breath catch. She pressed her forehead to his shoulder, eyes closed, letting the darkness fold around them like a second skin. The creature moved again, its weight shifting the entire frame. The Escalade groaned, a wounded animal trying to hold itself together. Sheila imagined the world outside, white, endless, indifferent, and the two of them suspended inside it like a dropped ornament waiting to crack. Ben's thumb stroked the back of her hand, a small, steady motion that felt like defiance, like a heartbeat refusing to quiet. We're okay, he murmured, though the words trembled. We're okay. She didn't believe him, but she believed the way he held her. The Escalade was no longer a fortress. It was a bowl, and Winter finally sat down to eat. Well, hi, Alexi. When did you sneak in? And that's the end of that story, anyway. So, Arthur, what are you doing here this early in the morning? Are you guys waking up for the day or in the middle of the night not able to sleep like me and Joe and Dr. Jez, if he's still here? And Alexi, where are you seeing the cute doctors? I could go for some cute doctors. Maybe Arthur and Alexi left. Oh, wow, Dr. Jez. Okay. Oh, Alexi's waking up. Dr. Jez is getting done with work. What a hodgepodge, guys. So, Dr. Jez, you're a writer. How'd you like the story? Yeah, I saw the song that you did. I think you did it with Suno. You posted it last night? Right, Joe? That's kind of a good thing. Uh, no, it's not posted, Dr. Jez. It's in my latest book. Um, yeah, the bees. That's what it was. That was very clever and very fast, and I assume that's something that you did on Suno or Suno. Yes, it's on Amazon and Barnes and Noble both. Oh, that was cool. You're quick. You must have been playing with it for a little while, even before you did the bees. That was fun. Very interesting. Cool. Does anybody want to come on with me and talk? I can invite you in. Music for when I go to sleep. All right. Well, Dr. Jez says he's. Are you on your phone, Dr. Jez, or on the? We really aren't, Dr. Jez. We really aren't. So whatever you'd like to chat about, I guess. Let me figure out how to invite you on here. Okay, here it comes. Oh, laptop. I don't know if that'll work, but let's try it. I sent you an invitation. Let's see if it lets you do that. I don't know if you have to be on the phone or not. It says it's waiting for you. Did you get an invitation on your laptop? Did it come in? Ah, okay, Joe. Music's always good. I love music. I don't play. I tap my fingers with stuff, but that's about it. Okay, Dr. Jez is on a computer too, so this is probably not going to work. Okay, well, Alexi or Arthur, either of you want to come on? No, it doesn't seem to be working, Dr. Jez. I know they're supposed to have it working from laptop, but it doesn't seem to be working. So, Alexi, does that mean you'd like to come on and talk? Ah, okay. It does that to me sometimes too. Of course, then again, watching the thing, sometimes everything goes quiet and still and it doesn't work anymore either. Okay, that sounds good. Ah, yeah, I'm still in bed. I woke up, went to the bathroom, and couldn't go back to sleep, so that's why the camera's not on. God only knows what my hair looks like. Yeah, Joe, I would love to be able to talk with you. So, anybody got anything they want to talk about? I mean, I'm one voice, but I'll do my best. So, anyways, Dr. Jez, we aren't really chatting about anything. I just got on here because I couldn't go back to sleep, and I thought, let me see if there's anybody else out there who's having the same problem. And she got woke up from pain, so since I was running out of things to chat about just on my own, I opened up my iPad and started reading stories from my latest book. Um, 13 Through Winter is the title. It is available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble and a bunch of others too, but I can't remember what they are, which is bad of me, I know, but you know. Ah, okay, Alex or Alexi, that's interesting. Okay, Dr. Jez, hang on. Here we go. Let's see. Are supposedly able to do it from computer now, but it doesn't always work. So I am not sure if it'll work or not. I know they've been updating the system and changing things, but sometimes they make something new work and then something old doesn't work right anymore. It seems to be the way of the world with this stuff. Okay, it still says it's waiting for you, Dr. Jez. I don't see anything happening on my end. The little thing that, denotes time passing has that little spinny thing going. Oh, that's disappointing if this isn't going to work. I would love to have a voice to play off of here. Conversation is a lot easier when there's two people speaking. Cool. Okay. Dr. Jez, is that you?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, you're here. Are you on
Yeah.
laptop or on computer doing that?
No, I had moved to the phone. I got
Oh, okay.
I got too much going on in the computer. So,
Okay. Well, they said the computer worked, but I haven't seen it with anybody yet work. So,
I normally do. So,
aha, okay. So, you work from home?
yeah, I'm freelancing.
Okay. So you were working late.
I work at night,
Okay. What time is it where you're at?
but quarter to 4 in the morning.
Okay, so you're in my time zone.
Hmm.
Joe is, I think, an hour behind us, I believe.
I don't know. Still here?
Yeah, yep, I am.
Ah,
I
there we
am, I
go.
am. Okay, cool. So,
Yeah, what did we chat about?
I don't know. Anything sound particularly interesting to you? Anything you want us to know about you?
Oh, hell no. I'm a very private person.
Okay.
I'm just playing. I don't know.
Well, I really like the stuff that
Well,
I've seen of yours that you've written. I really like your writing.
well, thank you. I mean, you're welcome to ask me anything. If I'm not free to talk about it, I'll be quite honest and tell you don't want to talk about it.
Okay, as long as you're willing to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Um, you know, I mean, I can take it. If you say I don't want to talk about that, that's cool. So how long have you been on Substack?
I don't know what, month, 2 months maybe?
Really? Okay, you're really new at it then.
Yeah.
How are you liking it? Are you finding it easy to traverse? Because I've been on here like 8 months, 9 months, and I'm still trying to figure it out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, one of my many uh, abilities is that I've done over the years is test software. So testing software is, yeah, makes it easy to dig your way through something new.
Okay. Yeah, right, Joe. I did a lot of night work in my lifetime too, mainly because I had kids that I had to get off to school and stuff, and then I could sleep while they were at school, and then I'd be up the rest of the day and then go into work.
Uh,
But people do tend to deride night owls like there's something wrong with us.
that's their problem.
That's what I figure.
Hey, I know this much. Just because somebody has an opinion of me, that don't make that don't mean that's who I am.
That's right.
I
That's
get to
right.
decide.
I lost you.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. You got real quiet.
Oh yeah, your
Yeah,
girlfriend.
no.
Your girlfriend's here.
Well, hi, girlfriend.
Hi.
You're welcome to join us in the conversation.
She may or may not. That's up to her.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I just decided to come on and see if there were other people besides me who weren't sleeping.
Oh yeah, I normally sleep during the day.
I sleep whenever it hits me, I guess.
Yeah, I hear you there.
So what state are you in?
Michigan.
Over in Ohio.
Oh,
Mm.
OH,
Hey, we're neighbors.
OH, IO.
Yeah, we're in Michigan. Or I'm in Michigan, Southwest Michigan.
Southwest. We're in Dayton, so probably just directly south.
Yeah, cool. We are neighbors.
Yeah, yeah,
Neat.
what, about 2 hour drive? No, about 4 or 5 hour drive.
Yeah, probably from Dayton, about 4 or 5. Yeah, depends on
Yeah,
if you speed a little bit or not.
I don't.
I
Hell, I
do.
don't even drive anymore. I don't even drive anymore. I've retired.
Oh, that's nice.
Sit around on my butt all the time.
Aha. Well, I do my fair share of sitting. But I do still drive. Well, I do when my car is running. My car is not running right now, but when it runs, I drive.
Right.
Yeah,
Uh,
my husband's trying to
we
figure
don't
out
even
what's
have a
going
car
on.
anymore. Where we're at, I mean, we're in walking distance of anything we might need. So,
Oh, that works out nicely.
hmm
Yep, Joe's
yeah.
got her hoodlums of finches. She calls them the hoodlums.
Finches?
Yep.
Birds?
Yep. 11 finches.
Wow. 11?
Yeah,
As
11 of them.
captive or wild?
No, captive. She's got them in her house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Free in the house?
Pardon?
Free in the house or are they caged?
Not caged, I think.
Oh,
I hope so.
yeah.
Yeah, she says sometimes she turns on her daylight bulbs at night so that she wakes them up so she's not alone.
Oh,
I can understand that, Joe.
yeah.
Sometimes you just need to feel something alive,
Oh, I see the
another
chat down
heartbeat.
there. Yeah, what? Yeah. Yes, yes, Joe's texting. No, she's texting. I'm getting ready to post on the note something I've done on the Suno lately. It's
Yeah?
very, very silly,
Hi, Lyndon.
and I guess you could call it maybe a little juvenile.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. Let's see,
Cool.
find it. Which one should I do, Jess? Ain't that the way, or Harry? I want to do something silly.
We're here tonight, Lyndon, because some of us can't sleep. So we're here.
Okay.
I did that one yesterday.
Well, that's okay, Lyndon. This is my third live I've ever done. So you're here at the start of it pretty much.
Hey, don't you?
So mirror and magic, that's intriguing. Um, is that what
No,
you're doing or something you're interested in? What is mirror and magic? While
oh,
Dr.
hi.
Jez is getting his post ready.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out which one, or discussing which one I should do. I got a silly one. It's very juvenile. I really like it.
Well, that's cool. Hey, there you go, Joe. I like that idea.
Swing shift.
Yeah, call this swing shift and do it whenever we wake up. That couldn't work.
Probably go to bed here in the next couple of hours.
Yeah, I probably will too. Sooner than that, I hope, because that's almost time for me to get up. But I would like to get a little nap in before I have to get up. Hoping to
Yeah,
go back to sleep.
I'm not done. All right, I'm gonna do this one. She's gonna be mad.
I'm sorry, one.
Hey, dog. Huh?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. All right. As soon as I finish writing this, I'm gonna post that if y'all are interested.
Yeah.
It's funny, but it is juvenile.
Okay, take up to it.
Yeah, grandkids.
Aw,
Take up to it.
Yeah, they helped.
cool. That's cool.
Yeah, they think it's just so funny.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, considering they are juveniles.
There you go. Then it should be juvenile if they are juveniles. Grandkids are the best, though, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you got enough duct tape.
Oh,
Keep them in line.
he's joking.
Yeah.
Some people don't know how to take you serious.
I know.
You be careful.
All right. Fair
Aha.
warning. Fair warning. This is about poop.
Oh, well, okay.
All right. Special kind of poop, though.
Aha.
There we go. And post.
Cool.
Oh shoot! Look, it's got the picture on there too. That's funny. It's in my favorite style, anyhow.
All right.
Lyndon, why do you say it's old rubbish?
Yeah, I was wondering that myself.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to you, Lyndon.
I am now.
Yeah, I think I found you the other day. There's something you had written. It caught my attention.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything by Lyndon yet.
There was something that popped up there. I forget what it was. Let's see how that flies.
Aha. Have to let me see if I can. Oh, that's neat, Joe.
Oh, my cat. Um, that cat is no longer with us. That was Alley Cat. He passed away.
Aw.
He was 18 years old.
He had a very pretty face.
That's because of the scars.
Oh.
Yeah, he was. He got the name Alley Cat because he earned it.
Okay.
Yeah, he was quite the rascal, I would say. Just got another cat. What, about a year ago, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a Turkish van. One of the sweetest, gentlest cats I ever met. Really cool, laid back. His name's Mel, short for Mellow.
Okay.
I'm gonna post this video in my or this my subscriber chat here.
Well, I just found out something interesting.
What's that?
If I pull up Substack on my iPad while I'm on it on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't give me any of the options to search for anything or look at anybody else's stuff.
Oh,
It's like,
search never works for me. Every time I try to search, it locks up. I have to,
really?
yeah, I have to get out and start over. I have to shut it completely down.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm
Okay,
sending
I
that
found you,
email.
Lyndon.
There it is. Oh goodness, look at this picture. That's funny. Mhm. All right, I posted that on my subscriber chat also. If you want to look at it there.
Okay. I'm not good with this, so give me a minute. I'm really not good with Substack.
I saw that.
Oh, oh, wait! I almost had you, and I went to flip it, and I went too far. There it is. Okay, which way do I have to go? Hairy dog poop.
Yep, yep.
Okie
It's
dokie.
fun. Have a listen. You'll enjoy it.
It's comical for sure.
It is funny.
The kids had so much fun making it. So.
Is that giving you guys feedback?
No.
Okay. I've got it turned down kind of quiet so I can hear it, but I was hoping not to mess up. Walking down the sidewalk. So are you able to look at it too, Joe, or no? Saw a tiny mountain. Yeah, it's sad losing a dog. Any pet. Brown little monster wearing a fuzzy suit. Looked a bit too cozy for a pile of blue. Hairy dog. That is fun.
Isn't it though?
It is. Hairy dog. Watch his step tiptoe past like a secret agent. Hairy dog. Oh, grow so grow. You're the star of the stinky show.
That's the first one. I just finished up on the epic saga.
Oh.
It's probably 3 times as long.
Oh, that is cute. That is cute. Ah. Okay, doing it on the computer, I can't like it because I'm not actually in Substack.
Oh, that's all right.
I'll have to do it when I get into it from the actual app thing. Oh, I can't comment either.
Oh, no, you,
Jeez, it won't let me do anything except listen. But it lets me do that, so. Cute, cute, cute. So you did that with the grandkids, huh?
yeah. Well, a couple of them. Can't get them
Fun.
all in here. Got
How
too
many
damn many of
grandkids
them.
you have?
27.
Holy cow! I've got 10. I thought
Well,
I was doing good.
got 9 daughters.
Oh, wow, okay.
I've spent most of my life in the estrogen ocean.
I guess so. How
Huh?
did you survive?
No, they're not all with the same woman.
That's good for her.
Yeah. Got 4 here, 4 in the second marriage, and 1 oops baby.
Aha, okie dokie. Yeah, I had four, three boys and a girl, and I got 10 grandkids.
Yeah. Well, I got 27 so far.
Wow, I'm done at 10. I'm done. Nobody's
Yeah.
having any more.
I don't think I have a choice in it.
You don't have much.
No.
I don't have a choice in the grandkids either, but I do know that,
When it gets to a certain point, like birthdays and Christmas and Easter,
yeah,
no, I'm out.
right?
No. Hey, you get a phone call. That's it.
Right, 27, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
No.
Yeah. No, how my four are all done. None of them can have children anymore. So those are
Yeah.
my it. That's 10. That's all I got.
Yeah, mine are all grown.
Aw. Sometimes it's nice to not have kids, Joe, when they want to all keep checking in on you and keeping you from getting done what you need to get done or want to get done. I love them all, but I wish they would all come on the same day. It would make things easier for me a lot of times. It's just like when they call to make sure that I'm okay. They can suck up a lot of time with a lot of phone calls.
Uh,
But I'm glad they check. I mean, that's nice too. I'm
hey,
glad they care.
you know, thing is I'm not very patient with phone calls. I'm, you
No?
know, trying to figure out what to talk about. I mean, shit. This one is into that, and that one's into this, and I ain't keeping track of all that. Yeah, I'd have
Yeah.
to have a whole computer database just to know what kind of clothes this one wants and what kind of
Oh
toys
yeah.
this one wants. I'm not into it. So,
Right.
But recommend.
yeah, that's, girlfriend takes care of that.
Oh, that's good.
And, she's more into it. I mean, she's younger than I am, so that helps. I'm
Yeah.
old.
Yep. Yeah, I kept track of more when I had more energy. No, it's like it's pretty much they get cash and a card and that's it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yep. Well, good
Well, I
night,
must.
Lyndon. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, see you, Lyndon.
I'll look for you. I've got you subscribed now. I will watch for your stuff. Stop by anytime you're awake in the middle of the night and see if I'm here. I might be.
I'm gonna mute for a second so I can listen to this. What Joe's got up here. Be right
Okay.
back.
Yep. Oh, sweetie, I'm glad that made you happy and that you got some laughs, and I hope you're feeling better. I hope you can go back to sleep and get some good sleep before morning comes. Um, we're back at the porch tonight, so yeah, yeah. Anyway, well, thank you for stopping in. I'm glad you liked the readings, and thank you for buying the book. And let me send me your address, and if you want me to send you an inscription to paste inside. Um, anyway, yeah. Good night, sweetie. Sweet dreams. Oh, you're very welcome, hon. Very welcome. Thank you for being a good sport and listening. Actually, oh,
Ah, I plugged the headphones in. I got one ear on so I can listen to that. And you guys.
aha. Okay, yep. Joe's leaving. She's gonna try to go back to sleep.
All right. Good luck with that. Hot
Yep. And
chocolate
Lyndon
helps.
left, so it's just me and you right now.
No problem. Sitting here going through my notebook, seeing what I'm gonna peck and type on this keyboard here.
There you go. So, how long have you been retired?
What, year and a half?
Oh, so you're relatively new at it.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. One of my
Yeah.
many jobs. One of my many jobs. Actually, I did it for quite a while. You'll never believe.
Okay. I can't
I
even
was
begin
the
to guess.
I was the guy that fixed the ice cream machine at McDonald's.
Oh, wow.
That's rare.
Mm-hmm. It
Um,
is. I've never met an ice cream repairman before.
Refrigeration mechanic.
yeah, refrigeration mechanic. But so I'm putting a website, typing it in here in the chat that you might find interesting.
Okay.
Sure, I type it right. Yeah, there you go. Every single
McBroken.com.
every single one of them is listed there. It tells you whether it's working or not at this moment. Updates every hour.
Really?
Yep.
I did not know that either.
Yeah. That that's been out for years, and
Wow.
McDonald's doesn't like to advertise it because if you look at it, there's a whole lot of red dots on there.
Yeah, there are. And those are all broken ice cream machines.
Yeah. Well, they're usually not broken. They're just they didn't fill it up. They didn't clean it. Uh, they turned it off because they didn't want to mess with it. Something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 90% of those red dots, there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay. How interesting. I had no idea.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Virtual.
And it goes all the way into Michigan, too.
It covers the entire United States and some places overseas. Japan,
Wow.
Philippines, Taiwan.
Oh, this is so cool. Thank you for sharing that.
It's my pleasure.
I
Feel
don't know
free.
why that's so much fun to know, but it is.
Yeah, feel free to pass along. It,
I'm a
it,
cheap date.
it's a virtual cornucopia of useless information.
I love useless information.
There you go. That's right. Have at it.
uh, yeah, this is fun.
Isn't it though?
Yeah, it's silly how much fun it is, and it shouldn't be. I mean, but it really
Yeah.
is.
Well, it gives you the store number, the address, or I mean, wherever. Yeah, if you decide, you're going to Tennessee and you want a milkshake, you know where to go.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, and you know where not to bother stopping
Yeah.
if you're looking for ice cream because it's not going to work.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, personally, I know too much about them damn machines. I would never, ever again partake of that commodity.
Really?
Oh hell no.
Oh,
No.
wow.
No.
Okay, that's good to know.
Well, yeah, I did get a Shamrock Shake recently. The mint shakes.
Yeah, I can't do those, man. They tear me up.
No, is it the product or the flavoring?
I don't know. I don't know. I can do the chocolate shakes just fine,
Oh yeah, well it's the
but the
same
mint
product.
ones, oh my god, those give me diarrhea and acid kickback and all kinds of stuff.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's not good. I don't ever do those, and I don't do the chocolate for a
Well, see,
few weeks
there you
after
go.
those.
That's good enough reason. I,
Yeah, yeah. It's like no thanks.
yeah,
Don't need
yeah.
all that.
I get one every few years.
Yeah, I can't even remember the last time I had McDonald's ice cream or a shake. It's been
Yeah,
I think last summer I got a chocolate shake,
yeah.
but
No, they are disgusting machines. The outside of it might look all pretty and clean. Ooh. As soon as you take
ins
one of them panels off and look inside, no thank you.
oh wow.
Yeah. That shake mix will drip down inside there. Once it gets old, it looks like rotten, dried up cookie dough.
Ew.
Yeah. And it never gets cleaned. Not
Ew.
even-
All right, that's good to know.
Yeah. Definitely don't feed it to the kids.
No?
No, they're not all like that.
I know they're not all like
Be
that.
like that. I mean, I've never gotten sick from them before.
Well, there's that one up in Sydney that 600 people ended up in the hospital.
Oh my god.
Ew. So you
Yep.
said you're as long as I'm looking at this, you said you're by Dayton?
Yep.
Okay. I'm over by Grand Rapids, so you're east of me and
Yeah,
south. South and
yeah,
east. Cool.
yeah.
I've got a niece in Columbus, or just outside Columbus.
No, that's a convoluted place to be. There,
There's a
their
college over there
streets
that her
and
husband
highways
works
are
at.
a mess.
What's that?
Their streets and highways around there are just a mess.
Oh, that could be. I don't know. I don't ever go there. Um, her
Yeah.
husband works at one of the colleges over that way, so I don't know really where that's at, but over there somewhere. So that's why they're there. And then I have a friend who lives right at the Ohio Michigan state line.
Uh, yeah, there's
Right.
a lot of people that around here that like to take the weekend trip to visit the dispensaries in Michigan.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah. Well, I don't partake anymore.
Well, I haven't for years. Hi, Floyd. We are just hanging here talking. We don't have any set purpose and no program. Just couldn't sleep, and so we're hanging. How do
Howdy,
you?
Floyd.
How are you here at this early morning time? Getting up, going to sleep, or can't sleep? Maybe Floyd's not going to type an answer. Maybe he's just going to listen. That's okay too.
Yeah, surely is.
Yeah, that's for
Should
sure.
share that website with him.
Oh, all right. Um, well, it would help if I could type straight here. Clumsy thumbs. There you go, Floyd. Something fun to look at.
Oh yeah.
I can see you, but I can't hear you. I can see you in the chat, though. So,
Let's see.
not in the chat like this. Whatever you type in, we can see it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Why did you want to speak to us instead of type to us? Nope, can't hear you, hon. Only what you type. Only what you're typing. So
What
if you're
is the
talking and it's typing it in, we see it. We can read it. But if you're saying something different and typing, then we're not hearing it. No.
going over my stats? I'm shocked about which ones are more popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my posts is where did they come from?
Uh
I
huh.
can't believe that is the most popular one. That just shocks me.
Yeah. I don't even look at the stats. I forget about them most of the
Well,
time.
yeah, I like looking at them. So, you know, I like the reason I put it out there is for people to read it. So I'd like to do something that people are going to read.
Well, thank you, Floyd. Yeah. Should we invite Floyd in and see if he's on? Well, I don't know if he's on a phone or a computer, but
But then I don't mind.
okay. Well, let me Let me try to invite you on here, Floyd, so that you can talk. Hang on. Okay, it's waiting for Floyd to to do his part on his thing. So
That's what it took.
there you are.
Yeah.
There he is.
Good morning.
Good
Howdy,
morning.
Floyd. How are you?
I'm good.
So are you not able to sleep, or waking up, or not
Oh,
going to sleep?
I wake up and I write and then I go back to sleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is my writing time, but I wrote one before I went to sleep. So, but
Oh,
it
so you
didn't
had
stop
already.
me. But it didn't stop me from waking up.
Yeah, sometimes when you get in that routine, the routine wakes you up no matter what.
Yeah, well, I was told that between 2 and 4 at my age, this is a very this is like awake. It's the clarity. Clarity is achieved at my age when I wake up this time, and so it's easier for me to start writing and playing around with ideas.
Cool. Yeah, I don't remember even how long ago it's been since I started waking up at like 4 o'clock, and now I tend to wake up at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, well, I'll go to sleep at I'll go to sleep at 10, and for sure I'll be up at 2:30.
Yeah,
Oh,
sounds about right.
I
And
got absolutely no schedule. Go
yeah,
to sleep, wake up
mhm, yeah, yeah.
whenever.
So what's Sacred Storylines?
Um, well, I have a sacredstorylines.com website. I put together some different programs to help people. It's writing prompts to help people start looking into stuff that's inside them that they're carrying, and maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they
Mm-hmm.
don't even know they're carrying it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
And
I know.
to help,
Hmm.
just to help people get in touch with their story, their narrative, and if it's not a happy one,
Yeah.
it I try to help them change the narrative so it becomes happier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a,
Because none of
that, that's a very good thing to do for people.
well, my kids got me a gift that started me writing, and as I wrote, I started finding things from my past that I didn't
Oh
remember,
yeah. Oh yeah.
and then I was able to start rewriting them and creating a different narrative and a different story,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that helped me deal with some of those issues.
Yeah.
And
No, you don't know. I mean, talk therapy, writing is therapy. It's all good.
yeah,
It's all good. We
so
don't
that's
know. We carry a lot of stuff we don't want to deal with.
we do,
So I've
so
I've been luckier than most people, but you know,
oh,
um,
I've been luckier than a lot of
yeah,
people. I haven't
yeah,
had near the trauma some people have had.
yeah. I mean, the trauma, the self-inflicted trauma is the easiest to deal with. You know,
Yes,
but but I learned early that not to let anybody make me their victim. And I did that without making other people victims.
right.
At least not intentionally, because we always have those faux pas. We always make those mistakes
Oh yeah,
out of ego and ego and
Or ignorance.
misunderstanding and not having enough information and listening to other people and
Or
you
ignorance.
know you know
yeah.
I'm
Ignorance and
you know
tired
yeah
sometimes.
yeah I'm 72 and I'm having a ball right now. I ain't rich, but I'm happy.
Yeah,
And
same here.
I'm still doing the work that I love. You know, and
Yeah,
I'm just trying to maintain a certain kind of energy level, and that's what I'm trying to get back to now. I did caregiving for 3 years. Ended up in the middle of COVID. After
ooh,
COVID ended, it was hard to get back on the bike and ride.
oh yeah, yeah,
Yes, but I got lucky and had work to do, and I'm still cycling through. Still cycling through.
yeah. Well, I'm 70, and I
Mhm.
can feel you. I'm kind of on that same path. How about
Mhm.
you, Dr. Ches? How old are you?
Oh, I'm the youngster. I'm 65.
Oh,
Oh,
you are
baby,
young.
just a little baby. Come on,
Yeah,
man. You got
Hey,
your life ahead of you.
you
hey,
do.
it's very, 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 very seldom I'm ever the youngest one in the room.
Yeah. Well, this is your lucky night.
Hey,
Yes, it is. You're the baby here.
hey, I'm good with it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep, I gotta say though, I remember I was dreading turning 70, just dreading it.
Oh, look. I remember when I turned 70. I remember standing in a bank line when I was 18, standing behind the guy, and he had pulled out his driver's license so that he could go to the counter. And I looked over at it, and I said, "Oh my God, when was he born?" I said, "That makes him 70." And the day I hit 70, I said, "That was quick." I
Right, right.
remembered standing on. I mean, I was literally standing on that corner again behind that guy,
Yeah,
going
yeah.
going into the mob bank. It turned out the mob in Chicago owned that bank, but I didn't know
Oh
that at the
wow,
time. Yeah, oh yeah, Amalgamated Bank of Chicago. Oh Lord, what a history that place had.
wow.
And I
Oh,
knew the president, and I knew the president. I used to speak to him when he came in, and they were all mob, but they were all Chicago mob related. It was crazy. It was crazy.
what a cool historical fact there.
Crazy. I mean, oh, the Governor Thompson we had, the FBI put like in excess of $4 million in the bank that they had recovered from a bank robbery on a Friday. When they came back to get it on Monday, the count was all wrong and they wouldn't say what it was. And they ended up saying it was $4 million, but it was probably 20.
Oh
It's crazy.
wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I get it.
Amal- Amalgamated Bank. I actually wrote something about that, but I just haven't published it yet.
I was going
You
to
know.
ask if you'd written something about that because that was a
Yeah.
great story.
Yeah. I was writing it as part of a film that I'm making, right? Because it turns out somebody that I knew was involved in it, but I didn't find this out till 50 years later,
Oh
you know,
wow.
and
Okay.
and I was just trying to corroborate some stuff before I actually published it. But he did go to the grand jury. He did pass the lie detector test, and he did call him back because they thought the lie detector test was tampered with.
Oh,
And
okay.
he died a week before he was supposed to go back.
Wow.
But
Okay.
the odd thing is, um, there's no tombstone on his grave,
Really?
and one of his best friends a year later ended up in the witness protection program,
Oh
and
wow.
his lawyer ended up in the witness protection program.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, and he's from a rich family. So why would a guy from a rich family be buried in an unmarked grave
Yeah.
In a Catholic cemetery?
That is so weird.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, a lot of great stories come to mind out of that.
yeah. But you just all you have to do is pay attention. That's the thing I knew. I always wanted to write, and I always remembered the things that I wanted to write, even when I didn't write them down.
Oh
And
wow.
and I've been able to retain a lot of that. I mean, I had a journal. I kept a journal for a couple of years, and I was away. I was living in Africa, and I came home, and I hid my journal because my mother and father had found my journals at the time, and freaked out
Uh-huh.
about a 20-year-old being a 20-year-old, right? You know,
Yeah.
no drugs, no wine, wild women, yes, but like nothing, nothing crazy. But it's just like but they're like good Christian folk, and they're like,
Yeah.
I didn't know that you thought this extreme. So nothing's nothing extreme about wanting change, you know. So I brought it home, and there was an old stove in the garage. I figured it'll be safe here.
Right?
I went away and came home, and my brother had turned the garage into a mechanic shop and moved and got rid of the stove.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
All
my
right.
entire
Not so safe after all. Jeez.
so my diary for my 2.5 years in East Africa is gone. You know,
Oh,
but I still remember a lot of it. The most
yeah.
important parts, and the funny part is I still know a lot of those people that I met. And if I don't know them, I know their children. So I'm still, I'm still looking. I may end up trying to recreate that before I'm done.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, my daughter-in-law is from Ghana.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Yep, her family.
Uh huh.
She came to America when she was, I think, 14 or 16. I forget which.
Yeah, she
And she's the
came.
oldest. So,
Yeah, she came here 40. She, I went to Africa when I was 20. So
okay.
stayed 2 years,
All right.
and then I go back all the time. Not lately, but I was going back. I was teaching for. I was doing classes for the Zanzibar International Film Festival in Zanzibar. Uh,
Oh, wow. I just love that name, Zanzibar.
oh, you'll love this one. There's a festival in Burkina Faso in a city called Ouagadougou. So I go to Ouagadougou, and the way that I remembered that name was remember the Woody Woodpecker song.
Yep.
You go da 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 da, and that was it.
Yep.
Ouagadougou, Ouagadougou.
Well, no, I'm probably going to remember it too from that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It is a fun thing to say, though, Wagadugu.
yeah, yeah,
Hi,
yeah,
JR.
yeah.
What brings you in so early this morning? We are either night owls waking up, night owls not gone to bed yet, or like me, the people in the middle of the night who wake up and can't go back to
Yeah,
sleep.
yeah. But
Hi,
now
JR.
But now you guys have inspired me, and I'm going to go back and look at the bank essay I didn't finish, um, and see if I got enough information. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
When I was a child,
Mm,
my grandmother talked one Thanksgiving to my mom, my aunt, and my uncle, and his wife. They were the grown-ups at the far end of the table, and I was, at the other end
mm,
with the other kids. I
mm,
was older than the other cousins, but
mhm,
I could hear them whispering and talking about her brother dying when she was young. He was
mhm,
15 years older than her. It was her half brother.
mhm.
And that they had found him at the bottom of an elevator shaft in Chicago.
Oh boy!
Yeah. I don't even know his
Oh,
name. I don't even know his name, but I thought, wow.
now you got me wanting to go back and look in the old newspapers.
Yeah, would you please? And let me know what you find. Because wouldn't that be something if that was around that same time? I mean, this had to be the early 1900s, you know.
Yeah, it sounds like the times. The
Yeah,
times.
she was born in 1915, so he would have
Uh-huh.
had to have been born 1900.
So that would have been around the time of Alphonse Capone.
Yeah, exactly. And Al
Yeah.
Capone had a summer house here in Michigan over on Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
And that would have been close to where my grandmother's brother would have been living, is over
Yeah.
by that area. So maybe he met him and went to work in Chicago, and maybe.
It's yeah. I mean, the one thing about Capone and those guys from when I was growing up, I talked to all those old guys because I used to deliver sandwiches for
Hmm.
this deli when I was 7, and I would hear all these stories. And Al
Oh,
Capone was a different kind of criminal, and all the stuff he did, he only killed other criminals. You know.
oh, really? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was.
So,
I mean, at least that's what they told me. Right. I
okay,
don't.
so if he was
You
somehow
know.
involved in my great
Yeah,
great
yeah.
uncle's death.
Well,
My
they
great
said,
uncle would have been a criminal. That's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah. They said it's the underlings. It's the underlings. It's like when you got bunch of followers. You know, like I was explaining to somebody yesterday about the danger of threatening the Pope. We've
Yeah.
never had a Chicago Pope.
Oh yeah.
We never had a Chicago Pope. This could be dangerous.
God, yes. Yeah.
he
Be
has
careful on that one.
he has 1.5 million followers, and he can't account for the behavior of all of them.
That's right. And you know how Catholics are. They can commit a sin and turn around and confess it, and they're forgiven. So, be careful with that.
Yeah, I'm like, I started laughing. I'm like, he actually, I wasn't surprised he threatened the Pope. I was like, I thought it was cute. I said, this is really cute. I said, this is a Chicago Pope. This is different.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You don't want to do that one.
Yeah, yeah,
Go after one from, Poland
yeah,
or wherever, but
yeah. I mean,
not
yeah,
ones in
I
that
mean, yeah,
space.
yeah. I wish it wouldn't be for anyone. We're in perilous times, and I just keep smiling.
Yeah, you got
Go
to.
through it, this is really you just never imagine what you're gonna encounter, especially at 70. I'm like, what? We're still going through this crap.
Right? Right? I mean, I'm expecting some Star Trek like stuff, where we all get along and it doesn't matter what you look like, we're all
Well,
one, and we get
well,
along and we're all happy together.
well. There are days I wish that robot Gort would show up and get people straightened out
Right?
from from
Absolutely.
from the day the Earth stood still. Okay, guys, you got to behave.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but
I would like to see the sky filled with great big UFOs and have them come down and say, "All right, y'all have messed up bad enough. You got to start playing good together because if you can't
mm,
play together, you won't be playing."
yeah, 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 but look, guys, this has been inspirational.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look at this essay that I just told you about now.
All right, Floyd.
You guys
I'll be
sparked
looking
me. You
forward
guys
to it.
gave me a spark to look at it.
Well, good. That was fun talking with you.
Okay.
I'll be
All right.
I'll be
All right.
looking for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you've got my name. You can find my.
I followed you, so I'll be
Okay.
seeing what you write.
Okay. All right. Take care.
All right, thank you. Take care too. Bye
Okay.
bye
Bye
now.
bye.
Well, that was interesting.
Absolutely.
What fun. So, how about you, JR? Do you want to come on and talk? We have an open space now. This has been kind of interesting. I'm liking the way this has been playing out. So, what did you think of that? You familiar with Al Capone?
I know some useless facts about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went uh, dementia,
Oh.
um, and ultimately his body shut down, and he died all because of syphilis.
Oh.
Yep,
Wow.
yep,
Okay, I did not know that. That's
yep.
interesting.
His, yep. In his later years, it's sanatoriums, and
Yeah.
that was his ultimate demise.
Wow. That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
You would have expected something with a bigger pizzazz than that.
Well, you get what you play for.
I guess. I
Yeah.
guess. I'm just hoping to die in my sleep. Take the easy
Oh,
way out.
I've done decided I'm not dying. I'm just, I ain't got time for it.
Nope. I'm just
No,
hoping that I don't die until after I finish all my stories that I've got started.
no, hell, I don't know. It'd take me 65 years to write all mine.
Wow. I don't have that many, but I'm going to need another 10.
Yeah, I know. Every day you got, every moment you have, there's
Oh,
another
yeah.
story in it.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's funny because I never had any dreams of writing. I never wanted to be a writer. I never wanted to write. Um, letters were about, the most I wanted to write was letters to people. And then some switch got flipped, and phew, man, I'm jotting down story ideas all the time now.
Yeah, I got notebooks for that, but a lot of my writing nowadays, I try to do the speech to text. So I just talk. It does the writing on the computer, and then I go back and edit from there.
Yeah,
Yeah, makes it
yeah,
quick.
it
Yeah,
does.
gets the ideas out very fast.
It does. It does. I do that sometimes. But I do like typing too, so I do
Oh
that.
God, I can't stand it.
Well, I took typing class as a kid, in high school, and then I had typewriters, and then we went to computers and keyboards, which are easier to type on than typewriters. So
That's true. Don't take as much
yeah,
physical effort.
right, yeah, man, those keyboard or typewriters, phew, some of them were tough as nails to hammer down. But there was
Yeah.
something very, satisfying about that clickety clack. But sometimes the clickety clack would screw me up, and my fingers would get discombobulated because I
Oh
was
yeah,
too into the
yeah,
clickety clack.
yeah. You tie them in a knot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I don't do that with the computer keyboard. And funny enough, that doesn't happen.
I'd be lucky to use three fingers.
Ah, that makes it a little harder.
Yeah, it's pretty slow.
Yeah. Well, when you take the actual typing class and you have to learn to use, 8 fingers.
Yeah, and I mean,
You
I speed along, 15, 20 words a minute, which is enough.
Yeah. Well, the last time I took a typing test, I was about 65, and that was a few months ago, so I'm probably closer to 80 now.
Yeah,
And sometimes something kicks in and I really get flying, and I don't know, I
yeah,
realize I'm probably up around 100 words a minute then.
yeah, but back it up. What is that makes that happen?
Huh?
Can what makes that happen? Can you bottle that up? Can
Mm-mm.
you sell that on eBay?
Nope, unfortunately, I can't.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
even know how it happens with me. I just will, all of a sudden be aware
exactly,
how fast my
exactly.
fingers are moving.
That's one of those mysteries, isn't it?
It is. It's a
Yeah,
fun one.
yeah,
And I wish it would happen way more often.
yeah. That's why I was thinking being able to bottle that up.
Yeah, right? Be able to
You know,
sell that.
yeah,
Bet there'd be a lot of buyers.
yeah. Man, it's like, damn kids. Wish I had the energy that they had. Then
Right?
I can't
Yeah, I've got
wonder how
one
many.
grandchild that's 4. And boy, watching him learn, and his little body is erect. I mean, he's just upright and moving.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't stop. And I
Well, they're
think, God, I would like to just 1/10 of that energy.
yeah. I mean, they're impervious to anything.
Yeah, yeah. Fall down, get right back up, and keep moving. Doesn't phase him.
Yep, yep. Impervious.
Yeah,
Can't be.
yeah. He's
You
an
know,
amazing little guy.
well, in his mind, there's no such thing as death. He's immortal
Oh yeah,
in his mind
absolutely.
and doesn't have a clue.
Nope, nope, not
Truly,
at all.
truly, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I've thought that many times, and I thought, man, why did I have to be aware, and intelligent enough to know that there's so much going on that I don't see?
Yeah, the more I learn, the more I realize how stupid I really am.
Yeah, yeah. And wish I wasn't aware. Wish
Yeah,
I wasn't aware of all that.
I don't know. I like packing shit in there. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, as I started to say, I was so devastated at that concept of turning 70, because the 70 just sounded so damn old. Even at 69, 70 sounded old, way
Yeah,
older. And then I went to bed and bemoaned that when I woke up, I was going to be 70 if I was lucky enough to wake up.
I never
And
even
that's like
think
the
about
end of life, you
nothing.
know.
I
But I
re-
woke up.
I really just never think about it. I don't
Oh,
think of myself as 65 years old. I don't.
I didn't either. But 70 hit me hard. But then when I woke up the morning I turned 70, I woke up. And I kid you not, it's like something at the stroke of midnight went through. And I felt a freedom I have never felt before, a
Really.
clarity of purpose, a clarity of mind. And I was like free, just
Free,
free.
free from what?
Everything.
Really?
Yeah, it was amazing. Like, I don't care what people think of me at all anymore.
Oh, I never have.
Well, I didn't think I did, but I did. I wanted people to think that I was relatively intelligent, that I was honest and, forthright and what have you. But now I don't even care.
Yeah, don't. I don't
Don't
either.
care.
I mean, a lot of times, if you see me on video, I'll have a hat on because I've got the wildest, craziest, uncontrollable hair you've ever seen. I don't own a comb, and I'm thinking I can't see it from my point of view.
Right?
You've got to look at it, not me,
Right?
and I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I was raised where, a young lady did not go out of the house without having her makeup on and her face on and her hair done.
Oh yeah, I remember
You
those
know,
days.
yeah, so I couldn't go out to get the mail until I had put my face on and had my hair
Yeah,
done.
yeah. That 2-minute trip to the mailbox and back took an hour and a half.
Yeah, yeah, because you had to get ready first.
Yeah,
Um, you didn't open the door unless your face was on and your hair was combed and you were fully dressed. Everything's good to go.
shoot,
And
I'm
now
lucky
it's
to get
like,
out of my pajamas.
yeah, yeah. Now it's like, if I probably put makeup on once every 2, 3 years for some special occasion. I don't have to look at me.
Yeah, exactly,
You know, you don't like how I look? Don't look at me.
exactly,
I
exactly.
don't go through all those hoops anymore.
Yeah, I never have really. I just, I guess I'm rather apathetic as far as what other people think about me. I mean, take me as I am or not. It's up to you.
Well, I think guys have had that part easier because women, nobody expects them to be made up.
Oh
If you're clean and you don't stink, you're good.
yeah. Yeah,
Females,
my girlfriend just says, yeah, it's different for women.
it
And I agree.
is.
I agree.
And it's not even that guys expect us, to have our
Expect it of
makeup on and
yourself.
our hair done. Other women judge us if we don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. She
you
gets
got to.
judged a lot.
Have a big butt.
She's got a big butt and this long, beautiful hair, and other women judge her harshly because she's pretty and beautiful.
Yeah,
It- yeah.
yeah, they do. And they
Yeah.
judge you if you don't try to look pretty.
Oh yeah.
If you succeed, they judge you, but if you
Well,
don't
and then
try, they also judge you.
the
So
other
there's
way around.
no.
If they and then I've seen the other way around with her. Women will look at her and realize she's prettier than they are, and they don't like her because of that. They
Oh
judge her
yeah,
on that. Yeah.
It's crazy, like for real.
Yeah.
I have no female friends who's like they just yeah.
Did you
yeah.
hear?
Some of it.
Uh,
I have no female friends because girls just don't like me because I have a big butt, like a nice butt. Like it's not like and long pretty hair and you know their boyfriends look at me and they don't like me.
Yeah, yep. I get it.
Mhm.
It's not fair.
yeah. I mean,
It's hard to make a friend.
yeah, it's difficult for her to even have friends because of that.
To make
Yeah,
friends.
Yeah.
yeah. Women
Oh,
don't like other women who are too pretty or
yeah.
too busty or
And she's got all that going on, so it's difficult for her.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
see it
I
all
get
the
it.
time.
I get it. But at 70, none of that matters anymore. You get to be who you are, and people. I think at 72, people don't judge you anymore because you're no longer a threat.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
You know, you're no longer a threat, so they don't judge you. So whether you wear makeup, don't wear makeup, you know, uh, no matter how you look, that you just don't matter. You're insignificant. You're
yeah,
past that judgment point, and that's so freeing. It's so
yeah,
freeing. You know, it's just free. It's amazing. I don't have to wear the right shoes. I can wear whatever shoes I feel like wearing. If they
yeah.
don't match my outfit, nobody seems to care. They just kind of smile and say, "Oh well, you know, she's old. She probably can't tell."
Hey, I very seldom have this a pair of socks on unless they're brand new, and
Right?
half the times I'll have one of mine and one of hers on. I don't care. I have a black one and a pink one.
Hey, that's in style now.
Is it?
Yeah, it
Holy
is.
shit!
They
I
actually
knew,
sell socks that are different colors and mismated.
really.
Yes, they do. They're expensive too.
What kind of insanity is that?
Hey, you got me hanging, but
You
it's
can you
fun.
can go you can go to the laundromat and pick up the ones that get the lost and found and have mismatched
Yes,
socks like that for
exactly.
nothing.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, all I had to do was stop throwing away the single socks that I couldn't find the mate to, and I've got all kinds of pairs of socks.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it works. It works.
yeah. It's a lot easier when you quit giving a shit what anybody thinks.
It really is. It really is. There is so much freedom with that,
Hmm.
you know, and I mean, I
That's
still would
what.
like people to understand that I'm an honest person and that I have my own ethics and moral code.
Oh
It may
yeah,
not be the same as everybody else's, but it's mine, and I don't go against it.
yeah. I mean, I've got four simple, basic rules that I go by, and I'm thinking about writing a fifth one though because I'm realizing some things that I've missed. I've
Oh,
actually posted them on Substack.
have
Rules
you?
1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go
Yeah.
look for that.
Rule 1: babies first.
Oh God, yes, always babies first.
Rule 2: do what you say what you do.
Yep,
Rule 3: be honest, be curious, be motivated.
yep,
Rule 4 is tough.
yeah,
No shame, no pride, no guilt, no worry.
yeah,
That's
yep.
it. That's my 4 rules.
I can follow those.
Yeah,
I pretty much do follow those.
yeah, yeah. There's a
Yeah, I
lot of people that
figure.
don't have a clue.
Yeah, I know. I tell people from the time I was 12 or 13, and I heard this somewhere. It's not original to me, but live and let live, and
Oh
that was
yeah,
so profound to me. And I adopted it, and I have followed that ever since. Live and let live.
yeah.
You know,
And with
you be you, and I'll be me. I mean,
no judgment.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
who am I to judge anybody?
exactly.
I mean, I don't run nothing.
No, you know, and I've talked to a whole lot of people across a whole lot of different cultural backgrounds and religious backgrounds. Educational backgrounds, and the bottom line is, we all want clean air to breathe. We all want clean water to drink. We all want enough food that we don't get stomach cramps from starvation. We all want to lay our heads someplace safe at night so we can rest.
Food, water, shelter.
Yeah, and that's what we want. We all want the same thing.
Yeah, but when
And,
those other things start creeping in, you start wanting things you don't need. You know,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's where problems abound.
oh yeah, greed. It's the cause
Greed,
of everything.
greed, avarice, jealousy.
Yep. And I want enough. I want enough that I don't feel stomach cramps from hunger. I'm
I want
happy
a
with beans
chocolate
to be
bar
right.
and I want a chocolate bar and a glass of milk once a day.
Oh, see, for me, it's M&Ms. I'm an M&M fiend. I love freaking M&Ms.
I don't know. The Walmart's got these cheap candy bars. You know, they're the big candy bars, but they got them in different flavors. Oh, they got one that's got toffee bits in it. Ugh.
Oh, I love chocolate and toffee. That's a good
Oh yeah,
combination. Ooh, yeah, and caramel. I love caramel.
yeah.
But I have a thing for M&Ms, and I don't know why. My husband laughs at me because he'll pick up a handful and shove them in his mouth, toss them in.
That-
And he says, "Why do you eat them one at a time?" And I said, "Because I savor them.
Oh yeah,
I
yep.
savor them, and I eat one, and I suck on the candy coating, and then I let the chocolate melt. And then after all the chocolate taste has gone out of my mouth, and I put in the next M&M, and he's just like, he says, "You're so weird." And I said, "I know, and you've chosen me every night for 54 years. What's wrong with you?
Yep.
You keep coming home."
Right.
Yeah. So you must like weird. What can I say? But yeah, I do love my M&Ms, and I can make a bag of M&Ms last for a week or two. I only need a
Um,
few.
I'm lucky if they last me an hour.
Him too, but I can savor them. I can eat, five or six of them, and then roll the bag up and wait until tomorrow or the next day, next chocolate craving. But I
Yeah,
do. I'm out of M&Ms, so I'm
I
feeling a
can do
little
one every day.
chosen. What?
Oh, talking to this girl.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Take you what I'm gonna make for breakfast.
Ooh, what you thinking?
Oh shoot, I don't know. Maybe
Yes, you do.
biscuits and gravy. You think?
Oh, that's one of my
Oh
favorites.
my god.
Sausage gravy or milk gravy?
Yeah. Well, I make the gravy and you know big iron skillet and bacon grease.
Oh, milk gravy. That's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, milk gravy.
Yep,
Yeah.
I love milk gravy and sausage gravy both. And
Well,
they're
well,
equal. I can't pick one or the other. I like them both.
well. I like it best when I do the bacon and sausage in the same pan. I make
Yep.
gravy from that. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff. I save my bacon grease though. After I make bacon, I save that stuff.
Oh yeah. Got a coffee cup full of it. Always.
Yeah, I've got a crock, little handled crock, onion crock actually for onion soup.
Yeah.
I've got one of those that I keep my bacon grease in,
Yeah.
and
Uh,
every
just,
time.
just an old coffee cup. Sitting down on the counter.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yep. Well, I like to keep mine covered because I don't like the other flavors of stuff getting in it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. A little piece of tinfoil.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I had this. I've only got one onion soup crock, so I don't make onion soup because there's only one crock. I think I found it
Yeah.
at a yard sale for like a dime, but that
Yeah.
sucker works
I know.
perfect for bacon grease.
Well, I love going to Goodwill for getting stuff like that.
Yep.
You go over and yeah, I went the other day and I'll use the same coffee cup day after day after day after day
Oh yeah.
until it's broken.
Yep.
And then, but yeah, I went the other day and found me a coffee cup I like 99 cents.
There you go.
Looked it up on the internet, Googled it, Google Lens. Yeah, a set of six of those, $38.
Ooh, you
I
got a
got
good
one.
deal.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
mine is. I don't know where I found it. Even it's a stainless steel travel mug.
oh yeah.
It holds 20 ounces of coffee.
Oh yeah, perfect size.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
we got.
stainless steel. It's not gonna break.
Well, we were looking for some small little dishes. I mean, very small.
Uh-huh.
So we found some coasters. They were perfect. Right. Bought four of them. Brought them home. They're crystal glass
Uh-huh.
with silver stamped around the rim of them. An actual piece of
Nice.
silver. It's not a silver leaf or anything. There's actually a chunk of metal on there. It's silver,
Ooh.
and they're. Let's see, what is that? I got a name stamped in them. We looked it up when we got a set of four of those. They're 80 years old.
Oh wow.
80 years old.
Wow. Do you
They're
think about what they've seen?
they're coasters. Yeah, they're 80 years old.
Yeah, can you imagine what all they've seen, what houses they've been in,
Yeah,
what
we
conversations they've overheard?
paid $1 for all four of them.
Nice.
Look them up. They're selling them $40 a piece on
Very
eBay.
nice. Very nice.
Mm,
Those always
it's
feel good to get those deals.
Hey, they're just coasters.
Yeah. But just think, I mean, with a real silver rim like that, they had to be rather expensive even when they were first made.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So they've been in some probably swanky homes. Just think about the conversations they've overheard.
Oh God, yeah, I know. I'm thinking
Wow.
about who set their glass of iced tea on
Yeah. Yeah. Or their martini or their whiskey sour or
it or whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
but that glass on the bottom of them is so much lead in it, and it's gotten so old that it's got pinks and greens and blues and
Oh, I
yellows
bet
and
they're gorgeous.
oh yeah, the sunlight hits them. They look like diamonds.
I bet. Oh,
Colors everywhere.
yeah.
We
I
just use them
bet.
for coasters.
What a beautiful find.
Mm,
Those are happy things to get and bring home.
yeah, it's all just stuff.
It is, but
Considering
some
all
of
the
that
stuff we've
stuff is
been
just for
through that's
fun.
gone now,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
ain't nothing but stuff.
It's not. I've got a collection of teacups. Very fancy, very elegant little teacups.
Hmm.
They've all been broken and glued back together. You can't put tea in them,
Right.
but they're so pretty. So I took one of my. I've got a dresser that has little short, like 3 inch tall
Hmm.
drawers that are they're wide, but they're only like 3 inches tall.
Right.
And I lined all of those with some black non-stick, or not non-stick, black sticky matting like they use in deli cases and stuff,
Oh yeah.
so things don't slide.
Hmm.
And I've got all the saucers laid out in there, and their little matching cups on top, and I use them for jewelry. I put my jewelry in them.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I hang my dangly earrings off the edges of the cups and put the matching necklaces inside. And I mean, it's all costume jewelry. None of it's worth anything, but it gets to reside in those pretty little cups. So when I open that drawer, it just makes my heart so happy to look in there.
Right.
It's just one of those little ridiculous things. I could use that space for other stuff, but it wouldn't make my
Um.
heart as happy.
Yeah, my notebooks. I mean, got they're little 6 by 8 blank line ruled pages. That's it.
Yep.
And my girl got me one the other day, and it's a hardback.
Oh,
And I'm a fan of red, so it's got red, and then the edge of the pages are all red. But on the front of it, it's got this 2 inch wide piece of elastic. It's in red. All right.
Uh,
And you tuck your phone in there
oh,
to hold your phone because my phone and my notebook everywhere. So
how
there
cool is
they
that?
now they're all one.
That is so cool.
Yep. Yep.
Nice. That's a great find.
At Walmart.
Okay.
Yeah. Got them at Walmart.
Okay. Yeah, I usually get the black and white, like spattery patterned.
Oh yeah.
Um, they're a dime a dozen everywhere, and I buy them by the case. When I fill
Yeah.
one, I go to the next.
Well, I don't do a lot of writing in them. They're mostly just notes that are ideas. I mean,
Yeah.
one page I'll have 10 different ideas on it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I do. I write notes. I write down when I'm doing research and there's something I got to remember for a story. I'll write it down or something I come across that would go
Uh,
with this story over here. I could use that in that one.
right.
I jot them
Well,
down, or I jot down what website I found it on.
right. Well, I've
When
been
the doctor calls to make an appointment, I jot that down on there. It's kind of like a running commentary.
yeah, I've been doing some work for a women's group that uh, they're in support of the E- Jeffrey Epstein victim, and
Okay.
I've been doing a lot of research for them,
Yeah.
and I got a notebook just for what I got where. I've got so much. I've probably got 20,000 pages of the Epstein files.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've got it in a place where these ladies can get to it and help them do a little bit of graphics for when they you know want to post something on the internet or something like that. Or I've set up a little private chat area that they can all join.
Uh huh.
And unless you're invited, you don't get in.
Okay.
So I get that set up for them, and then they do the marches, protests, and letter writing campaigns to congressmen and representatives and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I do a lot of support work for them.
Nice.
Keeps me busy. Hey, I'm gonna have to get off of here. I got to
Yeah.
turn this stove on, and I need to pay attention to that.
Okay. Yep. 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 I
Mm.
think. I
Yep.
think I
Hey,
need to go back to sleep. I hope I can, but I'm going
all
to
right.
try.
Hey, good chatting with you.
Yeah, you
Do this.
too. Thank you so much for coming on and joining. And JR, if you're still with us,
Yep.
you have a good rest of your day. And you guys too, Dr. Jez and girlfriend. I appreciate it.
Yep,
Yeah.
nice
No
talking
problem.
with you.
Yep. We'll do
Nice.
this again sometime.
Yeah, we probably will. All right.
All
Take
right.
care now. Yep. Bye
We'll
bye.
see you.